Hi, my name is Tara Sayuri Whitty. I am a naturalized US citizen, an Irish citizen, and originally from Japan. And I refer to my area of work as social ecological conservation research and evaluation. I pursue this work at the moment as a freelance consultant through my company, K-Runa Inc. Okay, time to answer some questions. That is a very tricky question for me to answer. There was no defining moment. I didn't grow up obsessed with dolphins or sharks or anything like that. I grew up in San Diego, but we didn't get out to the coast very much. I'm sure that the trips we did make certainly planted a seed. But I found myself in college kind of thinking, okay, what I want to do with my life is to travel, do something meaningful and positive for the world, and preferably spend time outdoors. Conservation was a good match. And somehow I knew that I would end up specializing in marine conservation. I'm really glad that I did, because I've just fallen more and more in love with the ocean as I've become more and more of a water person, more of a specialist in marine conservation. I don't listen to music by the ocean. I just like listening to the waves, to the wind, to the occasional turns overhead. I find music to be kind of intrusive by the ocean. But when I am driving on my way to surf, I do like to listen to kind of mellow, beachy music to kind of get me in a positive, playful mindset before I get in the water. And I've really been liking Molly Birch recently. My brother, who is a minimally speaking autistic man, recently wrote a song with a colleague of his for his podcast, which is also called The Ocean and Us. And I do often hum that when we're snorkeling together. I wish that more people knew how intricately connected human well-being and social justice is to ocean conservation. I think that it's really easy to think ocean conservation and like, oh, dolphin huggers. And that's really such a limited and incomplete view of the ocean, of how important it is to us. Many of us are kind of privileged that we can focus on, oh, we like these really cute, charismatic animals, or we love going to the beach to scuba dive or snorkel or surf. But millions of people depend on the ocean in a very fundamental way. So I just wish people would kind of see it really as a shared resource, but also a resource that is appreciated and valued and needed in diverse ways by diverse people. So very related to my previous answer, I wrote the chapter on communities and the ocean. The main premise being that ocean conservation is inherently a human issue and a human process. This is important because for millions of people around the world, there is a really direct dependence on the oceans for their livelihoods, for their food, for their income, but also for just more intangible measures of well-being. And of course, there's many, many more of us for whom the ocean holds maybe more indirect value, where we really enjoy recreation on the ocean, or we just enjoy knowing that it exists and that the kind of fascinating array of life that lives there exists. But all of these experiences and perspectives are a bit different, and this means that the way we benefit from the ocean is different and unequal. It means that the impact we have on the oceans is different and unequal. And unfortunately, the relative power that we have as decision makers in ocean conservation is also very unequal. And often already marginalized communities who often depend most directly on the ocean have the kind of least amount of power in these decision-making processes. And I've seen firsthand how this just leads to very counterproductive, sometimes even unethical conservation approaches. Considering the humanity in ocean conservation is critically important to really appreciating and understanding why and how we need to develop more thoughtful more appropriate solutions that incorporate more diverse perspectives in the future. I hope that this book can provide a really well-rounded and engaging source of information that's dependable but accessible to a wide array of people, and that more generally people can broaden and deepen their knowledge and consideration of marine issues, of ocean conservation issues. I think that when people have a more informed understanding, they will advocate for more thoughtful solutions. And I hope it's just fun to read.